Back in 2011, in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, a riot had broken out after the Vancouver Canucks, a hockey team in the NHL, had lost in the Stanley Cup Finals. This is the second time the Vancouver Canucks had lost in the finals. This had happened in 1994, and there was a riot back then. Interesting how history repeats itself from time to time. But yes, in 2011, there was this riot. And an interesting fact about this is that a lot of the rioters were privileged kids who had everything handed to them in life. They had wealthy parents, because who could afford a $2,000 ticket to a hockey game? Sometimes some of the prices were up to like $10,000. It was crazy. But all of these kids were highly privileged. They had everything that they needed in life. They literally did not have to work hard. They just got the lottery ticket. They got the winning lottery ticket that was wealthy parents, what have you. And all of these kids are likely not going to accomplish too much in life, but they will be fairly well off. And congratulations to them. It's no fault to them. It is a fault of the fact that they weren't really pushed to try to build something of themselves. But anyway, they lashed out, and maybe they have all these anger issues, I don't know. And then you also have a mix of the mob mentality. So you have people who would be typically innocent, but they see the mob mentality and then they join in. Now, I wasn't down there. I wasn't in Vancouver when this happened, but I'm wondering if I would have lashed out at the time. I mean, I would have been like 21, and I was paying my way through university, and I understood the importance of working hard. I probably wouldn't have stuck around. I probably would have gotten out of there. I just don't see myself as someone that would do that kind of rioting act. But there are people there who you wouldn't think would do it, but they're like, sure, yeah, let's get involved. And that's interesting psychology there, and how people group together because of the mob. They want to feel a part of the mob. But I want to get back on topic, because your life might not be where you want it to be if you win the lottery. Anyone that's won millions of dollars in the lottery has typically not really gone anywhere with it. They might buy a house, but their actual lives have not changed. They haven't gotten any happier. And a lot of these people will have spent a bunch of the money, and then they'll be back to square one anyways. The lottery winnings will not guarantee your happiness. In fact, it is this dream, and it's no different from gambling because you hope to win $1 million. Your life isn't going to fix itself just because of money. And that's an interesting thing to think about. But I can't think of any lottery winners who have made a difference or who have felt any better in life. They typically are back to their reclusive selves and haven't really done too much. They're not like Bill Gates, who's sort of maybe changing the world because he's worked hard to earn his money. It was no lottery. It was no luck. It was hard work. So he appreciates the value of $1. But the lottery winning doesn't really make your life better. And companies don't want you to know this. They want you to be hooked. They want you to be buying tickets. someone who's buying lottery tickets, one of my mathematics teachers had done the math and had determined that it cost $10,000 in a lifetime with buying lottery tickets for the average person, because that money that you could have bought lottery tickets with, you could have invested or what have you. You could have made money that way, but the majority of the people will have wasted $10,000, including the stress involved around hoping that you'll win and the constant addiction around that. And what's interesting is someone who gets an inheritance doesn't typically have a better life either. Yeah, this idea that money is going to solve your issues, it's just not the case. It's not the case. Now, for those of you who are maybe on welfare or you're struggling and you don't have any money at all, certainly a boost could help. But the question is are you investing it? Are you helping it grow? Are you doing something with it? Or are you just throwing it all away as well? Just letting it trickle away. That's the thing. How often do people who have inheritances use the money to do consumption type activities, buying things, buying material possessions, things that just add more additional stress to their lives, buying a bigger house when they don't actually need it, buying a more expensive car, all this stuff, and it doesn't solve any sort of happiness issue that someone's having. So that's an interesting thing. So what could I say if you get the lottery? What could I say to someone who's got the lottery and is doing just fine in life now just because of this? Well, I would say that you should give away the lottery winnings, because you need to struggle in life. You need to understand the value of $1. And a lottery isn't really a part of life. It's not a part of the reality. The lottery is something that you're hoping for. And even if you win it, it's not really yours. You didn't really earn it. And I would just suggest that it's given away. I mean, I'm struggling with this idea myself, because if I won the lottery, I would find it difficult to give money away. But that being said, I don't participate in any lotteries. I don't participate in this game. So I'm not sure if I would ever win a lottery, because that's not part of my life. I guess for those who are happy, they're content in life, maybe the money could be used for travel or experiences, but then maybe another portion of it should be given away, maybe to help others. That's just how I'm sort of seeing it, because you need to understand that life, the way it's going in your situation, it's going that way because of your decision making. So a lottery ticket and the winning numbers shouldn't really affect how you live. You don't want to turn into one of those rioters, because I want to circle back to that. They have the lottery, and yet they're doing silly, stupid things in life. You don't really want to be that person. So you don't want to turn into that kind of person, because that's not really contributing to society. You're not benefiting anyone. So this is why, if I was having kids and wanted to raise them appropriately, I'd want them to learn the value of $1, and that even if I had money and that they would be perfectly well off, I'd want them to struggle to earn money. For instance, I wouldn't just pay them to do the laundry. No, I wouldn't pay them to clean up the dishes. I would expect them to do it, and I wouldn't give them anything for it. because they're willing to do it at a young age anyways. They're not even expecting money. So I want them to work hard without any expectation at all. Because when the time comes they need to buy things, they will figure out how to make money somehow. But doing things like chores and laundry, when you grow up, do you think someone's going to pay you to do the dishes? No one's paying you to do your dishes. Okay, I'm not making money by cleaning my own dishes. So why should my kids be making money doing that? It doesn't make any sense. All it teaches them is that, well, they shouldn't do the dishes unless they get paid for it. That's silly. Yeah, you have to do the dishes. That's part of life. Until you make enough money so you can pay somebody to do the dishes for you. No, you need to learn that these are all important things, that life isn't just handed to you. It's not a lottery ticket. Because even when you win the lottery, you're still going to have to clean the dishes, unless you want to pay somebody. But it's not your own money. It's not really your own money. And even if you win, it still doesn't feel like your own money. It doesn't feel like my money. So I would struggle with the idea of keeping the money. I would. I'd want someone else to benefit, I would say, because I know that it would probably just damage me. The reality is, if you want to go travel, go and make more money so that you can go and afford travel. You want a bigger house, make more money, work hard to go and get that bigger house. Don't expect a lottery to get you out of what it is you hope to have in your life. There's just no substitute. That struggle is so important, and it's unfortunate that none of those rioters understood struggle. They didn't understand adversity. They didn't understand the difficulty that life brings, because their parents took that all away from them. Their parents are too busy working, not babysitting. So this is why you have these kids running around. And they're loose cannons. So even if you're well off, I would do what Warren Buffett is doing and not just give everything to your kids, but teach your kids the value of money, the value of investing, the value of working hard, and then take that money and try to build something in the world, try to grow something, build an empire. But don't waste it away. Yeah. So that's all I've got for today. Till next time. Toodles.